But yeah, the PlayStation 5 Pro has been a bit of a disappointment, and it's one thing that I honestly expected was going to be a disappointment.
Imagine this, paying $700 for a console that has the stand sold separately, that is digital only, that you then have to buy the disc drive for.
3 days later.
But I do ultimately think that if you value that fidelity and you do fall into one of those two camps, you do want to see more ray tracing, you do like those performance modes, I think the Pro is a really good investment. There is a conversation to be had a little bit here between the value of a Pro and a PC, but I think for a hassle-free gaming experience, delivering high fidelity visuals, with no particular issues with updates, no particular issues with incompatibility, a very stable and smooth operating system. I don't think you're going to get that out of PC for at least another few years here. I think when you look at the PS5 Pro, that's delivering a really good experience, and it's also fairly favorable in terms of that cost relative to a PC. Favorable in terms of that cost relative to a PC. Favorable in terms of that cost relative to a PC.
Hello YouTube, what's good? It's your host S.H.I.N.O, and you are now watching MVP Magazine. Now, the PlayStation 5 Pro hasn't even been available for a full week, and it already seems like the gaming community has exploded.
Fanboys talking about how it was going to be better than a 4090. Fanboys talking about how, oh, it's going to be better than your current PC.
3 days later.
But I do ultimately think that if you value that fidelity and you do fall into one of those two camps, you do want to see more ray tracing, you do like those performance modes, I think the Pro is a really good investment. There is a conversation to be had a little bit here between the value of a Pro and a PC, but I think for a hassle-free gaming experience, delivering high fidelity visuals with no particular issues with updates, no particular issues with incompatibility, a very stable and smooth operating system, I don't think you're going to get that out of PC for at least another few years here.
Now, since the price of the PlayStation 5 Pro was announced, half the internet went from excited to just straight up enraged. Now, I can definitely understand people being upset and outraged with no disk drive, with no stand. I can definitely understand them being outraged with £700 and dollars. But the PlayStation 5 Pro pretty much does what it says on the tin. It wasn't made to eliminate PC gaming. No, it was made to boost fidelity and some frame rates. But for some reason, you've got people out here acting like this is supposed to be the PS6? For those who don't know, the PlayStation 5 Pro is not supposed to be the PlayStation 6. Now, there may be some very valid anti-consumer concerns about the PlayStation 5 Pro. But at the moment, they are being completely lost between the absolutely nonsense fanboy arguments that a lot of PC gamers are making.
When I thought Sony couldn't get any worse than the PlayStation Portal or the PlayStation earbuds, they decided to finish off the year with their greatest scam to date, the PlayStation 5 Pro.
Stop it. It's like these weirdos see any positive press about the PlayStation 5 Pro like a personal attack. And they always try and make the case. Buy a PC, buy a PC. But even though PC gaming has a ton of potential, especially when it comes to performance, at times there can just be so many caveats to PC gaming, it can just be a real turn-off for console gamers. And I am literally saying this as a PC gamer myself. Now, for the case of building a PC for that price, don't get me wrong, PC gaming is great. I really dig PC gaming. As I said before, have been PC gaming for a minute. Console gamers don't want to deal with compatibility issues. Console gamers don't want to be interrupted from playing a game to have to download shaders. Console gamers don't want games that they've paid money for being broken after an update because of anti-cheat. And console gamers definitely don't want to buy a game and then find out that the cutscenes aren't working in that game anymore. I'm looking at you, Darksiders. And to be honest, most PC gamers in Steam forums spend
tons of time begging for PlayStation exclusives anyway, so there's no point going over to PC. There's just no point. I mean, you can go to Steam and look at the reviews for any PlayStation game right now. They love him. The PC gamers, they love him. These guys want a next-gen port of Bloodborne more than PlayStation guys do. You can swear with both hands down. Now, for guys who claim to be the PC master race, they sure know and keep their eye on PlayStation games. And you know what? That's what's important. Games are the bottom line when it comes to these things. And PlayStation gamers, console gamers just want an easy experience. And this PlayStation Pro hatred is crazy. It just seems like at the moment you are not allowed to like the PlayStation Pro. And some of the reasons that people are coming up with are just ridiculous. But it's still not stopping the machine from being a success. With the current first week sales outselling the PlayStation Pro and performing higher than what Sony expected themselves, which is pretty much to be expected at this point because of all the hype surrounding the machine and how well the PlayStation 5 has just been selling anyway. But we will see how long this continues for, and it will be very interesting to see if the Pro can keep up this momentum. Now, let me know what you think about this PlayStation hate. Do you think it's warranted, or do you think people are just taking it overboard? Holla at your boy. Sayonara.